All right, welcome back from that short break. So now we're ready to resume again. So our guest speaker is on the call. Can we all give a virtual applause to Destiny Nwebe? A virtual applause for her, please. As we welcome her, just clap. Let me see some virtual claps. So before she begins speaking, I'll be reading out her profile. I'll be reading out her profile to us so we can get to know this great woman who will be taking us this evening. Um, so this is Destiny Nwebe, and she's the founder of the Destiny Nwebe Crib. So Destiny Nwebe, our guest speaker for today, is a community manager and communications professional. She's the founder of the Destiny Nwebe Crib, a community making useful resources and opportunities accessible to youth all around the world. The community has over 2,000 members. I can attest to this because I'm part of that community. She offers services on CV writing, CV revamps, and cover letter writing. She also educates young people on employability skills in a bid to help them stand out as the best talent to recruiters, thus becoming better versions of themselves. Once again, can we give a virtual applause to Miss Destiny Nwebe as she begins? Thank you, Destiny. You can unmute your mic now.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Let me know if you can hear me. Good evening.
Loud and clear. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much, Amma. Thank you to Internz Insider, the team, and everyone who made that time to just like be a part of this. I'm very honored and I'm very excited. I hope that you are too. Thank you so much for coming here. It's a honor. And so, without wasting much of your time, I'm going to get into why we're here today. So, I'm going to share my screen, but let me know. Oh, just a minute, please. Once I start sharing, I'll let you know. Let me know once you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see you. Good evening.
Thank you. Hi, good evening. I'm sorry, because it's Google Meet, I can't see whoever is talking while I'm presenting, but I'm going to try to like go back and just check. If you have maybe questions, you can drop them or like maybe contributions in the chats and we would get to it. So, welcome to the CV masterclass for undergraduates. So today we're talking about how to craft CV, letters, and land internships and global opportunities. So thank you. So I think Ahmad actually presented. So who am I? I'm a community leader. I'm a communications professional. I'm a founder, resume writer. I'm an advocate for SDGs. That's network. I don't know whose mic is on, but it's echoing. Your mic is on, it's echoing. I'm a SDG 8 and SDG 4 advocate. So that's decent work and economic growth and then education. I'm a creative at heart. If you probably search for me online, you see that I'm multifaceted. So that's me in a nutshell. So today, what will we be learning or what we'll be talking about? So today you learn about all about CVs and how to make it work for you. So cover letters, why it's important, creating a CV without experience, accessing internships and global opportunities, and then I'll take questions. Interestingly, I think Amma had already sent some questions before now to me, so I'm gonna like answer those questions here. If you are still with me, type CV in the chat. Let me know that you're here. Thank you, Delight. Thank you, Hosea. Hope I pronounced it correctly. Thank you, Oluchi. Thank you. Thank you, Ella. Okay, so let's get into it. So, what is a CV and why is it important? So, CV is short for curriculum vitae. So basically, it's a document that summarizes your education, your work experience, your skills, your achievements, your projects, tools that you've used over time, maybe your interests, all in one place. So it's like your career story on paper. Now, it tells a recruiter, a company, a school, an authority, an organization if you are fit for an opportunity or not. So it says, okay, this person, because most of the times your CV goes before you, they have not experienced who you are. So your CV is like you're saying, oh, this is who I am. Because I put my CV here, it should make you interested in me to get to the next stage where maybe you probably get an invite for an interview. So CVs versus resume, what's the difference? So CV shows your entire history. So um, like your academic qualification, your work history, your skills, everything can be put into one CV, like your interests, your hobbies. But when they talk about resume is more like concise and like a clear picture. So resume, you are only highlighting a bit or some parts of it, not all of it. So you're highlighting like your most relevant qualification or most relevant experience to a particular role or job that you're applying to. On the other hand, HR professionals say that CVs and resumes, they're the same thing. So in the US, for example, they call it resume. In the UK and Canada and Nigeria and many other countries, they say, oh, submit your CV. So yeah, if you've gotten it so far, let me know in the comments if you're following. I could just do like a reaction. Following. Okay, thank you, Gideon. Thank you, Delight. Thank you, Ella. I see you. Oluchi, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so now let's talk cover letters. Cover letters and why it's important. So a cover letter is short. It's a short, personalized letter that you send along with your CV to explain, number one, who you are, why you're interested in a particular opportunity, and why you're a good fit for the role. Now, I feel like sometimes, and now they say, oh, make your CV like one page, one page. But sometimes you have so much to say, but it cannot fit into a CV. So a cover letter is supposed to tell the organization, like sell yourself beyond what is on the CV. So you're not putting what is exactly on the CV, but you're telling them that, oh, yeah, so I put in short here, CV equals to what you've done, why your cover letter says why it matters and why you care. Like, how does everything you've done, how does it align with that particular role or that particular or opportunity that you are looking to apply to or applying for? So that's cover letters in short. Okay, bad versus good CV. So what makes a bad CV versus a good CV? So number one is the structure. So your structure is and layout is very important. So if you take this into then bad format, so good format in a CV, your CV should always be saved in PDF, not Word. Not to say that you don't have the Word version, but it should be saved in PDF. And when you're applying to places, you want to also put that in PDF as well. Then the next one will be tailoring the CV to the job description. Now, sometimes it's not like you don't have the experience, to be very honest. Sometimes you have the experience, but you are not looking at what they're looking for. Like they put out a job description. They said, oh, we need somebody that can do X, Y, Z, X. You know that sometimes it's not exactly a perfect fit with your present experience, but you know that you've already done something similar in that particular role that you have on your present CV. So what you want to do is you take those job descriptions and tailor it to your present CV. So and that's why you cannot afford to use the same CVs for all jobs. So I recently applied for a community manager role, for example, and I had to change my profile because yes, while the other one was okay, but tailoring it to this specific role was very important. So that's how that works. Then next one is to highlight your achievements and not responsibilities. The way it works now is that you have to highlight the achievements and use metrics. So numbers. People want to say, oh, you increased sales by 30%. You led a team in your school how many were there? You led like or you were a class governor of like 500 students, and you were responsible for like whatever it is. So those are the achievements that you should highlight on your CV. So next one is summary. Your summary is very, very, very important. So the summary is what comes after your name and your contact information, your summary or your profile. You should tell them like who you are. So you are a maybe like I am a community manager. I'm a community manager with maybe like 4 years of experience. I've worked in maybe like Netflix or Google. I've led like a team of like 500 people. And then what you are looking forward to. So you're looking for an opportunity in say maybe a particular, maybe the reason why you're applying to that role is that you're looking for an opportunity to increase maybe like your knowledge in maybe a particular sector. That's something that you could put in your summary. Then your CV has to be, oh my goodness, I'm going when I send this slides, I'm going to update it, but your CV has to be ATS compliant in the sense that it has to have an ATS score of over like greater than 70% to like 90%. That's ATS is applicant tracking system, basically, is what companies use. So sometimes when you apply for jobs online, it's not the recruiter that immediately like checks it. It goes through an ATS. So you put it in, the ATS looks at things like the structure, all these things that I mentioned before, the format, does it align with the job description? Are you highlighting your achievements? And then it says, okay, oh, these people, they are ATS compliant. So it means that you get a chance for an actual human to now view your CV and say, okay, let's move this person to the next stage of this opportunity, or let's move this person to the next phase. If you're still with me, just type ATS in the chat. I want to be sure. Are you all still with me? Thank you, Dorcas. Thank you, Oluwanifemi. Thank you, Delight. Okay, Ella. Okay, let's get back. Okay. So next would be CV formats and cover letter formats. Now I picked this. So the format that's the way CV works now. I don't know if you can see this very well. Let's see if I can increase it a bit. Zoom in. Okay, I can. Okay. Okay, great. So this is like an accepted CV anywhere. Like presently, it would be accepted in most places, like most countries. So here you have like your first name. If you want to put your what's it, your middle name, but like this just like the initial, then your last name. So what's important is your first name and your last name first, then your contact information. So your email, if you have a portfolio, if you have a LinkedIn, if you have a phone number, you should put that in there. And then you want to move on to your experience. But if you do not have like work, I mean, if you are probably like still schooling, which is maybe you're applying for like maybe internships, the next part that should follow it should be like the education. Then you talk about your work experience. Then you move on to like your certifications. So those are the sections, different sections that apply to a CV. So you move on to your education. Then you move on to like your certification, professional association. What is please note that it has to be important. The things that are actually important. If it's not important to a particular role or the particular thing that you're doing, you might want to just leave that out and use it on another CV. Then your tools that you know how to use. For example, you know how to use Google Workspace, you know how to use Slack as a communication tool, you know how to use Dribble, you know how to use as a designer, you know how to use maybe even Microsoft Word. Like it's just those are the skills. You know how to use AI skills now, like ChatGPT, you know how to prompt very well. Those are things you want to put in this tools section. Then the skills section, you want to have like a technical skills versus your soft skills. So soft skills would be like communication. So my technical skill would be, because I work community management. So community management, marketing, social media management, social media marketing. Those are like things that you put. Then I think another thing that's missing here, up here after your name and your last name, you could also put a job title. So for example, I'm community manager, so after it would have community manager. However, if you are still unsure of your like career path, you could just leave it like this, it still works. Then moving on to a cover letter. So I picked this cover letter. I actually saw it online, but I thought it kind of like explains what a cover letter is. So this is like the format: your name, first name, last name, your contact information. If you want to put um your location is fine. Then the date. Yes, this is actually a very good format. The date. Then your the this address is supposed to be for the company. Now, if you don't have, you don't need to put like the phone number and the email if you don't have it. So, dear Mrs. That if you know the HR person there, or if you know the hiring manager, but if you don't, you could just do to the hiring manager. Then always, I think what makes cover letters has gone beyond, oh, I'm writing to apply for this job I saw on your dashboard, blah 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 blah. Always tell a story first. Your first, and meanwhile, you cannot write an effective cover letter if you don't, number two, on two things. If you have not researched the company, so you have to do your research. Yeah, if you have not researched the company, go and check them out anywhere, LinkedIn, so then you find a way to tie the role that you're trying to apply for to the vision of the company. So this person says, as a creative online native who's obsessed with image map app, I was thrilled to see your listing for the social media associate, blah blah blah. Sorry, let me know if you can still hear me. I need somebody to speak so I know that you can still hear me.
I can
Can
hear
you?
you.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So like I was saying, so this person goes, oh, whether it's breaking up retweets or designing, I'm confident I have the social media skills to create the perfect online. Okay, but don't take my word for it. In 2 years as an online, I've spent, you see, you sell yourself. Don't just, you tell them what you've done. Like, oh, this is what I've done. This is what makes me stand out from every other person that is um talking about. It's not about saying, oh, I'm applying for the role of, you've already seen, you putting your CV there, you've already said everything. Like, so you come to your cover letter and you write it specifically tailored to that role and the vision of the company. So this person has talked about, oh, in the last 2 years of working as an online brand manager, I've done this, I've done that. And it's not even about, even if you have, even if it's an internship role, tailor it to back to the experience that you currently have. Oh, I was a an intern insiders maybe like I was on the team, a volunteer on this team, and on this team we were able to do this and this and this. And please, personalization is important. Instead of saying we say I. That's why it's important to also be a part of things like so. If you really did it, if you really volunteered, if you really interned, if you really maybe led a team, if you really were part of a team, you will not be lying, and it will not be hard for you to write about it. Okay. Oh, sorry. Just give me a minute. I moved too fast. I'm trying to see. Okay. Okay. The person goes on to say, "Oh, I'm competitive. I'm up to date with latest trends." Then you end it with something like, "Oh, I look forward to hearing from you in the coming days. Yours sincerely," or best regards. I mean, best regards is for email, but like yours sincerely, your first name and your last name, and then you send that in. You can put all of these things in one page. Make sure that it's succinct, like it's something that when somebody reads it, they're like, who is this person? Let me go and see. And then you, for this part where it has your contact information, you could also include things that they like to see. So maybe entice them with like your portfolio. If truly all these things that you listed there was it's actually something you've done. If you put your portfolio up here, if you put like maybe your LinkedIn, if LinkedIn is where you've done it, if you're a social media manager, if or you're an influencer, if it's Instagram you've done it, put the link, put it here so that the person gets enticed to go and actually check you out. I'm gonna take a break and just get feedback if you are with me. Let me know if you're with me. Just say hi or just like anything. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So the next thing we'll talk about is accessing internships and global opportunities. Number one is how do you do this? Now I understand that some people here like you're students, you've not graduated, you don't know, like you have no experience. That's fine. That's why you're even here. Number one is clarity. Be clear on what you want. So if you are, what do you want? Do you want an internship? Do you want an opportunity? For example, there are global opportunities like UN opportunities, like to work at Bank of America, Goldman Sachs. Those are things that you want to be clear on, depending on maybe what you're studying or your particular interest. So is the internship paid? Is it unpaid? Are you looking for a volunteer opportunity? So clarity leads to searching with purpose. So when you are clear about what you want, you know what to search for, and then it will be fruitful. Then the next thing is be a research pro. Now, I can't even tell you, like one of the reasons why I started the crib, that's my community, is because I felt like I discovered some things in when I was in 300 level, and I was like, how in the world did I never know these things? Like, for example, like people in my class then were already applying to Bank of America. Some people, not a lot of people, but like the people that know, knowledge is such a powerful thing, like so powerful that sometimes I feel like the people that know, they're so less than the people. I mean, they're so less than the people that don't know. So be a research pro. Follow platforms that see. Use your social media wisely. I'm not going. I have to emphasize that. Don't just go there and be a consumer. If you're consuming, at least consume the right things. Like if you're not creating on the platform, at least consume the right things. Don't just go, you're going there, you're laughing at Maraji, you're laughing at this thing. It's a good thing, it's good entertainment, it's good. But do you know they're making money off you? They're making money off the views, they're charging. At my last role, I had to do a lot of influencer outreach, like reaching out to influencers to get their rates. You don't even want to know how much some of these influencers collect just to post one photo or one reel on their pages. We're talking hundreds of thousands, and I'm like, hey, I should better take my life serious. So follow this platform, follow up that post opportunities, newsletters, jobs, communities, freelance sites, LinkedIn. Don't be afraid of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is like one of the easiest social media to grow, and it's very, very good. Even no matter where you're at, you can fit in on LinkedIn. As overwhelming as it looks to some people, I feel like it's a platform that you can actually fit in. While there's a lot of people that are doing a lot of aspire to Maguire, but it's a place where you can just share your journey. Like, just you don't have to be an expert. Just talk about your own story. And the thing about your story is that it's peculiar to you alone. So nobody can come and dispute it. So the next one will be to polish your CV and cover letter. So tailor it, look at the opportunity, look at or maybe the internship. Okay, what skills do I have? How can I relate these skills? Sometimes you don't even have the exact skills, but you have like maybe a soft skill that is transferable. So tailor each of these opportunities, like focus on your skills, your own achievements, your interests. And even if you don't have experience, you have work experience, you have some other sorry about that, some other experience. So focus on transferable skills. Focus on transferable skills. So skills that you can easily, for example, now if you were like I'll still say if you maybe like were part of maybe like a community in school, maybe a club. What did you do at that club? Those are things that, and they're very, very important. You don't even realize it. You feel like, oh, what was it? That's you don't. So when you know that, when you know all those things that you've done, then you polish your CV and your cover letter to look like what they require. Um, Next would be build relationships. So connect with people on LinkedIn, reach out to alumni or past beneficiaries of the program, join free communities and networking spaces, network linearly too. Sometimes we are looking to network like horizontally, that's maybe going on LinkedIn. If you are if where you're at now, network with the people that are around you, your friends, your classmates. your work colleague. Those are the hotel dollars of tomorrow. You may not even see it coming. Like you will not see it. That's the thing. But network with those people, build good relationships with them. Next thing is to share your journey. Now, the way the world is going now is all these we are building in silence. It's a very powerful thing, but at the same time, post about what you're learning or what you're building. Post it on LinkedIn. Post it on Instagram. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have. It's not about. And the thing about visibility is that it's not about going viral. Oh. Just put your mind off that. It's not about going viral. It's about, oh, I am documenting it. One day you're going to look back. One day something is going to ask for. You're going to apply for an opportunity, and they will ask you, "Have you done this?" And you'll be like, "Ah, and I've done it. So okay, where is it?" You don't have it on your portfolio. You don't have it on any social media channel. Nothing, nothing. So you never know who's watching or willing to refer you. So visibility brings opportunity. Next is prepare to show up well. So practice how to pitch yourself, learn how to write good emails, practice for interviews and application forms. So when you pass the stage of, oh, your application, like you submit your CV, blah blah blah. There's also the other part where they're like, okay, I think this person is actually interesting. Come over, like let's see who you are, and be prepared. Like even when they say, oh, let's just jump on a call for 20 minutes, I just want to get to know you, the coffee chat. My dear, it is an interview, and they are rating you on that call. So when opportunity knocks, be ready. So that's it from me. I'm going to take questions. If you've enjoyed this so far, can you like give a thumbs up or like okay. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you, Oluchi. Thank you so much. The first question says, how do I create a career transition CV? E.g., I'm looking to land in a job opportunity in energy sector, having studied banking and finance and having had very little experience in the energy space. I had a session with CareerWise, like I hosted a session on accounting and finance for their career series, and like their CareerWise ambassadors. And the guy that was the speaker, he said he studied agriculture, and guess what he's working at? In taxation, like tax. So it's not really about what you studied. Like we're past that level. Unless you are like going to be like a doctor, if you're looking to pursue like what you actually studied in school, maybe for work. So what you want to do, or what I'd say is focus on looking at those things you've done. So in the energy space, so what are the things that they require? What is, maybe if you look at a particular job description and be like, oh, this is an entry level role that you can apply for. Okay, you study banking and finance. Energy, for example, they need, it's not really, sometimes it's not really about the technical skills, sometimes your soft skills, your ability to collaborate with people, your ability to lead. Those are skills that are easily transferable into any role. So those are the things you want to focus on when you are creating like a career transition CV. I want to know if it's possible to have a CV with no prior experience as a student. So if you don't have any experience, I'd say you should start getting the experience, especially now that you're a student. How do you get experience? Because like I said before, a CV is like a career summary. So if you don't have anything to put inside, not to say that you can't put anything inside, but you don't want to leave it blank because the competition outside is it's like here, like do you get so not to say that you cannot get like a job even without any experience, but like you have to have something to show. Do you understand? Don't be when you're in school, please don't be laid back. Don't just do nothing. Don't just pass school like or just write an exam and just do it's good. I mean it's very good. I think it's important, but I think that you should apply yourself to things. Be a part of organization, be a part of communities and tax club, this one. Even if you are just a member, it's fine. But make sure that you are doing something, make sure that you are contributing. And when you are doing those things, please document your work. It doesn't even have to be in public. Document it. Have somewhere a CV or I said a CV, a portfolio, a Google document that you just put all of those things in it. What's the proper layout of for a CV? So that's what I shared in my slide before. So like your name at the top, like first name, last name, your position if that applies, then your contact information. Depending on where you're at, if you are already more than 2 to 3 years experience, like job experience, what should follow is your work experience. I mean, sorry, your profile or summary first of all, then your work experience, then your if you have projects, if you have certifications. I know I'm talking a bit fast, but yeah. If you have certifications, if you have then your skills, your tools, those are things that you want to put one after the other. That's like a proper CV layout. What do employers actually look out for when they want to employ that is apart from this relevant skills experience? I think one of the things they look out for is can these people character, because character is like flame, like how did they say it? Like fire with flame or something like that. So can this person work with people? Some people are very skilled, but they lack character. I think character is number one. Is so that's what so this person has he collaborated with people? How many is the companies that they've worked at? Um, what what have they looked for? Does this person have communication skills? That's another thing. Communication is another thing. Then is this person teachable? Is this person willing to learn? Okay, you just graduated, but like some people just come off as proud, like I know it all. No, you never want to be in that position. I think employers are even very happy to employ people that don't have experience and train them than people that have experience but they feel like they know it all. So, like I said before, character, communication. I think I must have forgotten the last thing. So, character, your communication, your willingness to learn. Yeah, that's it. How can what can be in the CV of a 200 level medical student without internship experience? How can a 200 level student write their biography for scholarships and all? Biography for scholarships, I think that's another talk entirely and taking it off. I don't know, biography. You write a biography like a statement, a personal statement. I think that's what you mean, like a personal statement. What can be in the CV of a 200 level medical student? Education is number one because I think that stands out. What projects have you worked on, even while in school? What problems have you solved? Sometimes the world that we're in today is just about packaging. Let me tell you the truth. It's just about packaging. Some people don't even have as much as you do, but the way they will package it and present it, packaging and presentation, you see those two things there. After you learn everything that you know how to do, learn how to package what you have, even if it's little. One of the things that has made you stayed on this call is because of two things. Number one, my video is on, and I think I look presentable. Number two is that I came in with slides. So those two, the way what I might say might not be. I'm not saying that might not to you might be like, oh, I already know all these things, but the way I've packaged it, number one, and the way that I have presented it has made at least 21 of you still stay on the call. So packaging, know how to package even the little things, like the little things. Document. If you don't document, when maybe you go to school today, oh, there's a particular problem that you are able to solve and what you learned in it. Those are things that you want to put in your CV. Like those are projects. So instead of having like work experience, you would have projects on your own CV. Then your skills, what tools have you learned how to use, even as a medical student? What certifications have you taken? Those are things that you want to put on your CV. Next one says, as a 28-year-old fresh computer science or university undergraduate with no experience, how can I successfully land a job? Number one, ask for it. And my hope is that you've at least done while in school. You don't have any experience, but you've worked on some projects at least. You've worked on some projects, you've done some things that people will be like, okay, at least. Then sometimes don't go too far. Ask people around you, okay, I'm looking for a job, or I've just finished graduating, or I'm coming home, or put it like whatever you want, start saying it. Don't wait until they say, oh, what are you now going to do with your life now that you have finished school? I mean, I feel like I'm still in that process as well. I mean, we're all figuring out, but ask for it. Go online, reach out to people. I think like LinkedIn is a very good place. And when you see like job opportunities that you are interested in, Look out for the skills that match what you currently have. You notice I said skills. Experience is good, but it's not everything. Yeah. Look out for the skills that match what you currently have, and then tailor your CV to that. Like you have projects, put it on the CV. If you don't have projects, if you have like a portfolio, you've done something, you built something, even you were in one particular boot camp at one time, and you people did one small thing that you think that, oh, it's not really that serious. Put it out. Like when you are reaching out to people, like tell them, oh, I've done this, so see what I have done. I hope that answers your question. So this one says, do you have to wait until you want to start a 9 to 5 before you have a CV? And also, do we need CVs for only white collar jobs? So please don't wait before you start a 9 to 5 job before you have a CV. And the way not to wait is that you've already started doing things, because your CV means that you have like things that you want to put there. If you don't have anything to put, it's not really going to. But don't wait until you have like a proper job. The thing about people is that they wait until so the thing about people is that you wait until you have a like, for example, like a job, an actual job to apply to, before you now say, oh, I don't have a CV. And see, jobs move so fast, like before you know, it's like it's closed. You don't no longer have access to it. So make sure you have a CV before. And if it's for white collar jobs alone, CVs are not only just for white collar jobs. They're for scholarships. They're for some opportunities that you might actually need. So yeah, that works. Can every volunteer role be on your CV if it applies to what you're the job or the role that you're applying to? Like if it matches. So if, for example, you volunteered as a an event moderator and they are looking for a event management intern, yes, that particular volunteer role, it matches that job description, I mean that job title, and probably the job description, so you want to put it in the CV. But if it doesn't match, I don't think it's necessary. However, if the role doesn't require you to specifically put like only the roles that you've done, it's fine. You can put it there just to like fill the gap and let people know that, oh, this person has actually been working a job before now. Okay. Yes, you can. I'm sure you can ask a question here. This one says, if a person doesn't have a full skill set, sorry, person doesn't have a full skill set or a particular career, how can the person maximize the ones they have? I think I've said it like in many ways here. Like apply yourself, do like think of transferable skills to. So what do you mean by full skill set? And like you don't have all of the requirements or like on the job, just make sure that you think of, see, everything you've done or you're doing, there's value in it. Nigeria makes you feel like, oh, you are not doing anything with your life, like you're just here wasting away. It's not true. Actually, you are not wasting away. You are doing well for yourself. I mean, where you're at, if you are constantly applying yourself here. But so what you want to do is, even if you don't fit all the description that they put when they put out a job, look for the ones that you fit in and highlight it. Like make sure that if you're writing even your cover letter, like make sure to highlight it. Let them know that, oh, you have done this, or you have done that, too, and this is how you will most likely use it on this particular role. So since I don't have any volunteer or intern experience. My skills are limited to communication and intermediate Microsoft skills, but I really love to leverage opportunities, most especially as an intern. How do I go about this? Good. I'm glad that you identified the skills that you currently have. Communication. I think that now I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad that you've identified like the skills that you currently have. So I think that now what you want to focus on is actually volunteering, like volunteering for things like volunteer with a purpose, and then asking people. So for example, if you learned how to write, if you went to a boot camp and you learned writing, for example, you don't want to just stay and not do anything. Ask people. So work for value, like that's why I say like work for value. ask. I'm not the originator of that word, but that's Blessing Abeng's word. But ask people, oh, I can write this. So oh, yeah, let me write your sales ad for, I mean, your copy, sales copy for you. Let me write an ad for you. Let me write the caption that you're going to post on your WhatsApp status. As you're writing that, be putting it in your portfolio. Be putting it one by one. By the time you have like 5 of those things, you already have some sort of experience and you can defend it because you actually did the work. You actually put yourself to it. So I hope that answers your question. Somebody says, what's the difference between CV, resume, and cover letter? I have explained that in the whole presentation of today. I hope that maybe when I share my slides as well, you could probably take notes. Okay. This one goes, how do you access global opportunities? How do you set yourself for access to such opportunities? I'll go back to my slides. Let me see. So remember this. I said clarity, be a research pro, be a part of like communities, newsletters, follow news, use your social media wisely. Don't go there and just be a consumer of content. It's not helping you at all. Not to say that you cannot entertain yourself, but understand that there are two people on those platforms. They are creators and they are consumers. So which one are you? The creators are making money off the consumers. So not to say that we're all making money off each other, but like have that in mind. Polish your CV. Then another one would be to build relationships, share your journey, prepare to show up well. So those are like, I'll give my answers to that particular question. Um, how to create a CV within 30 minutes or less. How to make your CV or portfolio stand out. What's with the time frame? Are you rushing to somewhere? I think I already explained like how to make a good CV and cover letter throughout this presentation today. But how to make a CV, how to make it stand out. Or I'll tell you how to make it stand out. Personalization is um sorry, give me a minute. So yeah, you were saying how do you make your CV, your portfolio, your cover letter stand out? Don't lie. I think that's the first thing, really. Don't lie. Like personalization is very, very important. Like when you put something in your CV that you've actually done. It's not like you're giving people you're lying. There's no way you will not be able to express yourself. Don't you use AI and then AI will put parentheses where somebody will not say, oh, so it's even plastic. Sorry. I'm sorry, but you understand. Like they will not be like, ah, so yeah, we were even enjoying what you were saying, but it's plastic. So don't lie. Number one is and then so personalization. Make sure that at every point in touch that everything they could say that, oh, this person actually worked here. This person actually did this thing. So and that comes with documentation, even for portfolios, like documenting. Another tip I'll give you that is outside of this presentation today would be that when you're applying for a role, something that can make it stand out is to do like, especially for somebody like me that works in marketing now, like community management. I got an interview because I did something. I recorded a video of myself doing like a 1 minute, less than 5 minutes introduction of myself. So sometimes you don't have this, you don't have too much, you don't have the CV to show, you don't have any, but you can speak, you can actually talk to somebody. So that's when you most times when you have like an email that you're sending an application to. So record yourself on Loom or even on your phone and make sure that conditions are right, like where you are recording is nice and you have something actually tangible to say. Less than 5 minutes, sell yourself to the person. Oh, I don't have that much experience, but this is what I have, this is what I can do, this is what I've done. This is one interesting side about me. Then you go on, attach it to the job application. So I'll stop here now and I think I'll just take one or two questions. Yeah.
All right, Destiny. Thank you so much. There are questions in the chat box.
I think you might have to read them to me because I have lost.
All right, let me read them. So the first one is from Akinpelu Peace, and she's asking, in documenting our journey and applying ourselves online, where do we start from and tips? So in documenting our journey and applying ourselves online, where do we start from and tips?
Okay, so in documenting, where do you start from? Start from where you're at. You don't. I think that some people feel like, oh, for example, if you go on LinkedIn, people are like writing, oh, I have obtained this, da, 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 I've done this, I've done that. You, the only thing you've done is you started a content writing course, or you started learning UI UX design, and today they said, "Well, this is what you learn. Please go and write about it there. Go and like that's it's that simple. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't. That's why I still say LinkedIn, because LinkedIn you can just write a text, put one picture, or even don't even put any picture, you are good to go. If you are more conversant with Instagram, for example, you like content creation, you like influencing, you like the way this, oh, you went to a new restaurant, for example. I went to a new restaurant. Tell your story. When I went to the restaurant, I was thinking about this, but when I tasted the food, I saw this, I saw that, and I like, I don't think I'm going to come out here. I'm going to rate this restaurant like a 5.0 of 10 or 5 out of 10. That kind of thing is as simple as that. Where you are at, like, be true to yourself. It's not about what is required. It's where you are at. I mean, so that's simple, really. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Destiny. We have another question from Gideon Uju, and he asks here, can you give examples of opportunities that students can engage in while in school, maybe
Um,
even as relating to you while you were in school? So I think he's
mm,
asking for your personal experience.
For me, I think there was this conference in school. I went to UNILAG, by the way. I think some of you are also in UNILAG. There was this conference in school called the Expedition Conference that my department organizes. So I was a volunteer for like the media team, for example. I took up like roles when they say, oh, we're doing project work. I'm a leader inside. Like sometimes, most of the times, I don't like it because when you're a leader in most of these things, it just means that you're the one that will do all of the work. But at least you will gain like a lot of experience in it. I think carry wise as well. Carry wise is another one. So the carry wise ambassador, I think ISEC as well. There's what's this one that organizes colloquium? I'm trying to remember. The investment society. There's
Do you mean the Investment Society?
the investment society, yes. There's maybe tax club. I don't know if like has that again, but like those are like simple things like that. Really, like yeah, those are like that's. But Carrywise is a good place. ISEC, I know. Then I think Erasmus Mundus. I don't know if that's correct. I don't know. I think there's another one, JCI. Yeah, those are like some of the ones I feel like you could try. So are those all of the questions?
Yes, Destiny, but I think there's another page on this PDF, if I'm not
Um,
mistaken. I think there's a second
it's
page.
actually okay. What's the difference between your cover letter and portfolio? Okay, so your cover letter is your cover letter talks like shares what is not on your CV, like I explained before, tells them why they should hire you, your own personal connection to that, the brand story or the brand's vision or the brand's goal. Yeah. But your portfolio, on the other hand, shows your work, your actual work. If I let me see, I'm going to try and see if I can share my portfolio with you. Oh no, 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 no. I think what's my name again? This maybe yeah. So your portfolio talks about your work. So for example, if you're a product designer, you're learning product design, you built the next thing, the next app that is better than Google and ChatGPT. Oh yeah, now where is it? Why are you going to show it? Show it if you okay, you're a writer. You've written 5,000 articles. You don't have any portfolio. You're ghostwriting. You're ghostwriting. You're not documenting you're not documenting nothing. You're not putting in a Google Drive folder. It could even be as simple as Google Drive folder. My portfolio is on Canva, for example, because I'm a Canvaholic. Like I feel like Canva is like the best thing in this digital world, really. So you put all of those things together. So this is what my portfolio looks like. It's like a mini website. Talks about me, my skills, testimonials, um, the companies that I've worked with. So if you open this, for example, if you click on this, for example, it will take you to another site that has like a full documentation of the work that I did at Lumo. Do you understand? So documentation is very, very important. It will outlive you. Like it will outsell where you are currently at. So that's it.
Wow, Destiny, you have really, really, really impacted us this evening. Can everyone just give Destiny virtual claps? Can you just react with virtual claps, appreciating her for this insightful session? Thank you so much for taking out time to invest so much. We're so grateful. We're so grateful. Thank you so much. And now I think Destiny would like to. I give her because I'm part of the Destiny in Webe crib, and I really want everyone here to benefit from that. It's a very how do I put it? Very all-encompassing community. She has free templates for CVs. She has newsletters where she shares really helpful tips. She even shares job opportunities. It's really, really, really good. So Destiny will give us the opportunity to find out how everyone here can be a part of that community. Just to make sure, can everyone hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Okay, somebody raised her hand. Somebody was raising her hand. I think Omotola. Do you have a question? If you do, just react so that we can know whether you can unmute before Destiny speaks. So, was that a mistake or do you have a question? Okay, Hosea, you raised your hand. So, would you like to speak or you'd like to type your question?
I think I'd rather speak. Good evening.
Hi, Hosea.
Good evening. Thank you so much. So, quickly, um, I used to have a CV, the no, the normal one that we just have on A4, just write all the just jam back everything together.
Yeah.
But at some point in time, I was made to understand there's a better way to present a TV, a CV rather. So I stumbled on what they call it, some websites. By the end of the day, were charging me some dollars, $2, $3, $2 to $3. Then someone told me that I can also achieve that via Canva. So I actually type on the message chat that is there any website I can recommend where we can go edit something professional and something presentable that will that we can present, but no response. I don't know if you can help us with that, or can we still work with the Canva? Thank you.
I do not recommend Canva for CVs. I recommend just a simple, I mean, I say again, simple documents like just Microsoft Word or just um, Google Docs, depending on which one you are most conversant with. That's what I recommend. So, but what you could do is work with a template because CVs, like I talk about ATS, you could do your findings afterwards. They need to be as simple and as bare as they can be. Really, like it has to be that simple. So just if you have the right format, um, like if you have the right format, just go into your computer and use a Microsoft document. Just simple as that. Microsoft document. Put what you put everything like create it on Microsoft document. Like that's what works currently. I do not advise because most of the times when you go to all these sites, they give you things like you can use not to say that they're not working. They work. Um they work. I don't know of any site in particular that I use. I create most CVs and I write CVs for people. I revamp CVs. So I create them from scratch. Like from I mean I have templates that I work with. I have things, but then I now have to like put it tailor it to each person's like experience. That aside, but just Microsoft Word because sometimes you find CVs that are if you look at what I shared in the slides today, let me see if I can still share it. Let me see. Yeah, maybe I just shared this template with your community or people like that attended this call actually. 1 minute, please. I was too close to the camera. Okay. So looking at this is what shoot. Sorry, yeah. So this CV here is what your CV should look like. This is the format that works currently. I could share templates with you, but anything I say I'm going to share, I probably won't be able to share it today and I won't be able to share it tomorrow. But Monday, I can get everything across to Amma and then she can share it on the group. Yeah, I hope that answers your question, Hosea.
So the CVs with pictures on it is not necessary.
Yeah, they're not.
Pictures.
Unless these are like, no, they're not, to be honest. I mean, ask anywhere, they're not necessary. You don't need your picture because the reason why when you do that, when you put like pictures, this and that, it leaves room for bias. You put your religion, you put your date of birth. But by the time they see your picture and they don't like it, what's going to happen? The hiring manager doesn't like it. In fact, it's not going to pass a TS anyway. But let's say that is a smaller company and they don't like your picture, what's going to happen? So you want to eliminate those barriers. That's why they say put your CV as simple as this, like just your name, first name, last name, your contact information, your experience, the companies you worked at, what you've done, bam, 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 just like that. As simple as that, really.
All right. Thank you very much, Destiny. So before I hand over to her to wrap up, does anybody else have a question they would like to ask? Anybody else? All right. So there's no other questions, Destiny. So you can just introduce us to the crib, and I'm excited for everyone here to get to join that community. So you can go ahead, Destiny.
Okay. So I like to say one or two things. If you enjoyed this session, what I really appreciate is if you wrote about it somewhere or give me like feedback. So if you wrote about it on like LinkedIn, that might be a stretch, but I think it's still nice. Wrote about it on LinkedIn or maybe like your Instagram or Twitter, what you learned, like how this stood out for you. Hopefully, it wasn't just one of those seminars or webinars that you go to and you're like, the person tried, but what can I really do? Hopefully, you get like a takeaway from here. So I really appreciate that feedback. And then secondly, talking about my community. So like I said, there's no way crib. I birthed it because I felt like there were opportunities that were outside there, especially on the internet, and a lot of people didn't know about it. And so I share like job opportunities. We share like scholarship opportunities, and we just really get to like I think one thing we're working on is how people can actually connect. So I think that's something we don't really do in the community, but we're working on that. Like people can actually connect. People have even connected. We did this spill the tea thing. Ahmad, the spill the tea on Thursday.
Yes, yes.
Somebody wrote in the thing that I don't like this community again. I dated one girl and she broke my heart. Like inside this community, things are happening. I have no idea. People have gotten like jobs. People have met each other through that community. I'm telling you things like that, and I'm like, ah. So it's held on WhatsApp, like the WhatsApp group community, and then yeah, that's basically it. And I run that alongside a few other people with me. And if you'd like to join, I think I'll just drop the link to the community in the chat. And I'd like to leave one more tip. On LinkedIn, there's this thing they call recommendation. If sometimes you've done a particular good thing and somebody says, oh, I really like this, I really appreciate it. For example, I am going to ask Amma to write me a recommendation on LinkedIn about this event. You should also do the same. Like when you've done a project and they're like, oh, I really appreciate this. Oh, you did. Don't let it just stop there. I learned that recently and I started implementing. Go and tell them, oh, please, would you please write me all those things you said? Would you please just write it on LinkedIn for me? Yeah, that's it. And then you could also reach out to me on what's it called? LinkedIn, WhatsApp if you get my number, or my community. Either is fine. Like, yeah, that's basically it. I really appreciate speaking here. I mean, I think it's taking us about 1 hour and 20. I think I said like 120 something. Solid 1 hour, and you guys are still here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Precious. Thank you, Favor. If you really appreciated it, please, I like feedback. I like to hear, oh, I enjoyed it. And then so so a few things, because what is on this I'm going to share by Monday. You guys have to just give me that grace. Monday, I'm going to share like the um CV template, a cover letter template, and I have a, let me show you, a CV checklist that is actually exclusive to my community. But sorry, Amma, I know it's taking more than time, but just to guide you when you are creating your CV, so you know what should be there, what should not be there, depending on where you're at. So this is what it looks like. Oh my. So you CV checklist. Oh, I made this in 2023. Are you serious? Are you serious? So your layout. So this is like a checklist. I'll also try and share with Amma, and so your personal info, your profile, your work experience, how it's supposed to be in chronological order. Yeah. So basically, yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Once again, thank you so much, Destiny. We're really grateful. So, in these next few minutes, as Destiny said, feedback is really important. So, if you have anything to say, no, even if you don't have anything to say, one takeaway that you got from this class, can you drop it either in the chat, or if you'd like to speak, you can put up your hand. So, anything that stood out to you that perhaps you didn't know before, and it has really changed your mindset, please do well to just type that in the chat box. So I expect, how many are we? Expect at least 15 responses. So just type one thing that you learned. It could be one sentence, it could be two sentences, however you'd like to share that with us. Or if you want to speak out loud, you can raise up your hand. So I'll just wait for a few seconds to see our responses. Right. Thank you, Favor. Favor says, be clear on what you want to do as it will guide your interests and CV formation. Yes, that's very important. So if you don't have any goal in mind, it's easy to just, go with the flow. But if you are clear on what you want to achieve, it will guide the way you create your CV. Thank you so much, Favor. Hosea, can you please type in the chat so that we can save time? All right, Gideon says, being authentic and documenting your journey. Oluchi says, be a good communicator. Yes, very key takeaways. So I hope we're all going to move differently from now on so that you don't just do, sometimes we have these, should I say, volunteer experiences. Perhaps you do something for a friend or for a classmate and you just let it slide, like, oh, it's just one of those things. But as Destiny has taught us today, you can use every single opportunity you have to create a portfolio, to add to your experience, because these things matter. So perhaps you did a Canva design for a friend and you just toss it aside. Please go and look for it and add it to a Google Drive, add it to a folder where you can go back and show your experience. Ajijola Olua says, the session was quite enlightening. I finally understood the difference between a CV and resume. It was quite nice. Thank you. Alaba Miriam says, document your journey. Correct. Thank you. Thank you so much. So hoping to see more responses. And I hope we'll also, um, you know, shout out Destiny on LinkedIn or other social media, even on Instagram. She's also on Instagram as well. So Hosea says, get engaged in doing something for people and document your experiences and for reference purpose. Yes, excellent. Always get engaged, even if you're a student and perhaps nobody is offering you a job in the specific sense of the word. You can offer your skills to those around you, and it will be of great benefit later on. All right. Let's see if we have one more person. Okay, Nifemi says, be able to package things you engage in. True, 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 true. You might see it as small, but the way you present it really, really, really matters, as she has been emphasizing all this while. So, yes, just so that we don't overshoot our allotted time, I would like to really thank Destiny. I know I've done that already, but thank you, honestly, for impacting everyone here this evening. We're very grateful. So for now, we'll move to just wrapping up, and that's to let you know that um, Interns Insider is also on various platforms, and we're also calling for volunteers. So Interns Insider is a non-profit, as you well know, and we're looking for volunteers, who will be willing to pitching in one way or the other. So the main roles that we're hiring for are the community manager role, graphic designer role, and social media manager role. So if you know that you have skills in that area, we're not asking for professionals. You don't have to be an expert per se, but if you have certain skills that can be of help to other students, just as this webinar has been a help to you, you can volunteer. So you can reach out to us at internsinsider@gmail.com. You can reach out to us there, and you can just send us your name and your experiences. If you have a portfolio, as we've been saying here, I hope everybody's going to go and create a portfolio now. So if you have a portfolio, you can send that to us. Or if you have a CV, fantastic. So just send your experience, your portfolio, and how you think you can be of benefit to the community. So just send that application to internsinsider@gmail.com, and we'll hopefully get back to you depending on how great your application is. So, yes, we'll be wrapping up now. Thank you once again, everyone. And I want to appreciate especially everyone who joined this call. A special shout out to every single person who took out their time on a Saturday of all days. You made out time to be here. We're very grateful. Some of you have been here since the beginning. Like Peace. Peace was here from very early on. Thank you for coming, Miriam. Thank you so much for showing up here. Thank you, Delight. Delight was also here very early. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Favor Monilari. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Gideon. Thank you, Gracious. Thank you. Yes, Gideon was very, very early. He was like the second person who came. Thank you, Gracious. Gracious was early as well. Thank you, Hosea. Thank you, Nifemi. Thank you, Olafemiho Ajijola Olua. Thank you, Oluchi. Thank you, Precious. In fact, almost everybody here has been here from the start. Thank you so much for sticking with us and being a part of this. We're glad to have you. And this recording will probably be made available for others to access who couldn't be here this evening. So the recording will probably be made available. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Destiny. Oh, yes, I missed someone. Thank you, Emaidion. That's my sister. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Have a great evening, and hopefully, Destiny will see your templates on Monday. Yes, we would
Yeah.
love to see that on Monday. So, as we
Thank
said,
you.
once again, remember to join the crib and remember to check out Interns Insider on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Substack. So, have a great night, everyone. Have a blessed weekend. Goodbye.
Bye.